resurfacing, Liquid Road, which is a sealer. We did a lot more chip seal. We're planning on doing more chip seal this year. We're getting new chip seal equipment. I'm very pro chip seal. I know last year we did a lot more and didn't have any complaints on it. But I'm pro a good chip seal product, not a poor chip seal product. So I think that went really well last year, and I expect it to get better. I'll be up in Oregon, Illinois next week with one of our mechanics at the factory where they make the chip seal equipment, chip spreader, and the distributor truck, and we're gonna get some education on it because it's much higher tech equipment than what we're currently running. So we'll go up there next week.
So we are doing a little bit more crumb rubber, something
Oh
we've
yeah,
not done
absolutely. Crack
before.
sealing. Just before I came in here, we're actually doing some crack sealing on concrete roads. We're doing some subdivisions that are concrete, sealing the cracks, keep the water out, make them last longer. We're using gray on those just for more of an aesthetic appeal instead of the black. And I think it's going really well.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot of different options we're doing, not just one tool there. So.
Great. All right, well, let's open up the CCMG.
So CCM bids, first one I'll open up will be Milestone Contractors. I'm just gonna read the summary of the totals. Their total is $2,562,981.70. It's 2562981.70. Next bid be E&B Paving. What? 2562981.70. That was Milestone. And A&B Paving is $2,209,013.30. It's 2209013.30. And I'm going to review, make sure that the bid documents are in here, because I would like to recommend award. All bid documents are intact, so I would recommend awarding to E&B Contracting.
So I'll make a motion to approve the CCMG bid opening with E&B Construction at $2,209,13. $2,209,013.
A second.
First and a second, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign, none hearing, motion carries 3-0. Okay,
Thank you.
thank you very much, appreciate it.
I would like to thank the bidders. Appreciate you every year. Thank you.
Guys. Sheriff's Department. Morning, Sheriff, how are you?
Pretty good. How are you today? Good?
All's well.
Okay.
How's Joe?
Okay, it's going all right. It's going fine, yeah. Other than the bill we got the other day, so. But the two things I had was signing of the contracts. And, I think we've done that for the off-duty work for the deputies. One was
Yes.
CLR Construction, and we had another one for the town of Sanborn.
Yes, so,
Security.
and then you also have lock boxes at the courthouse.
Yes,
So let's go ahead and make a motion to approve the two, interlocals for the sheriff's department to work off duty first. So I'll make that motion to approve those two.
A second.
Okay, all in favor signify by saying aye. Ayes have it, 3-0. Lock boxes at the courthouse.
a couple of years ago, the judges ruled no cell phones in their courtrooms, and of course, we don't allow any form of a weapon, which includes a pocket knife. So at the scanner, at the entrance of the courthouse, the deputy on a daily basis are stopping people, and they have to turn around, go back out, put their cell phone in the car, put their pocket knife, and we get a lot of people carrying mace. That has to be taken out. The judges, prosecutor, myself, some people at the courthouse, we come up with an idea to put a bank of lock boxes in there. And I can't ask for a vote, I guess, today, but we're gonna try to fund that out of a grant from the Knox County CARES program.
Okay,
And the other thing I know you guys might be concerned with, I don't like drilling holes in the walls in there, but if we can get a freestanding, which they do have, and that would be you guys' decision on what you want to put if you approve this project.
where are you wanting to put it exactly at?
We're still looking at that.
Okay.
As you walk past the scanner, we're thinking there on the left.
Okay.
Where the bathroom is,
Right.
behind the stairs there, and we could have people to put it in there, and they would have a combination, they'd have to come down and get it. Another one we were looking at, they make is plastic clear, you can see in the boxes. So, this is just get the ball rolling, this is what we wanna do.
Okay.
So, if you guys have any ideas, we're open to it. But just the fact of sending people constantly back out to the cars, put their phones up.
Yeah, that's a good
anywhere.
idea, that's excellent. And then you think you can possibly be able to fund, if not all of it, the majority of it through a grant?
Yes, I think so, I think we get the money.
Okay.
They won't be that expensive, so we're gonna approach the CARES, Knox County CARES, that program first and see what we can get from them, if anything.
Okay.
So, any questions?
It's pretty standard. Most courthouses have those, especially with security
boxes.
levels. It's very normal. I assume we need a motion to approve. In my opinion, I approve. So if that's a motion, so be it. But just, I ask we coordinate with Baron.
Okay.
Okay, we have a motion on the floor. I will second the motion. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Ayes have it, 3-0.
Can I bring one more topic?
Yes, sir.
I've been getting a lot of complaints from the citizens, and also my deputies have been telling me, and, before the sun comes up, after dark, a lot of foot traffic on, Odecker Road, Willow Street, that's coming up, so,
Yeah, this is something that, Matt Holden is working on currently. We have been in communication quite a bit about doing, well, something out that way. What it is going to entail, we don't know yet. We worked with NDOT on a couple projects, and he is in the process of that. You guys might hook up and just kind of share notes of what you've been working on and what you're looking at.
Are we talking about a project specific? NDOT.
Yeah.
County, it's a county road, so what do you mean?
Well, it has to tie into, before we can do a project, it has to tie into an NDOT project.
Okay, well, my recommendation before we even go into millions of dollars of projects, we need to look at putting safety vests on these people that walk, reflective vests. I think it's a very minimal cost that's temporary for their safety as well as the drivers. Scott, I mean, you're here. I just think it's something we should consider. I know they can't be forced, but it's definitely a means to protect everyone temporarily.
Yeah, if you remember, when we were doing the jail project, we actually had a consultant do a plan study for us on that,
I recall.
and that never materialized. So we need to do something because it has to be safe passage.
Yeah, until the state decides to fix theirs. I mean, it was road to nowhere. I mean, yeah, something needs to be done out there, even snapping into Willow, so the city would need to be involved too. But in the meantime, it's a safety problem, and they need
Much
to,
of a safety problem.
yeah, I don't know if we need to build a bigger shoulder on the side of the road, or how we need to do it. Something temporary can and should be done. Just thought. Yes, it would. I agree.
Okay,
That's all I got.
great, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Drew, do you wanna walk us through the precinct boundaries for Vincent's Township and City 8, please?
Yes, this is an order that's required by the Indiana Election Division to modify the precinct boundary lines. I'll just read through the order. Whereas Indiana Code Section 311 1.5 et sec requires that the boundaries of precincts be established and revised in compliance with the directives. Whereas pursuant to Indiana Code Section 311, Knox County, Indiana, by and through the Board of County Commissioners, has determined that it's necessary and proper to revise the boundaries of certain precincts of the county, whereas Vincent City 8 and Vincent's Township 2 precincts are affected by this order, whereas the City of Vincent's annexed territory within the aforementioned precincts under City of Vincent's Ordinance Number 13/2021, which is attached here to and incorporated as Exhibit A, whereas the City of Vincent's annexation under Ordinance Number 13/2021 did not take effect until January 1, 2023, whereas the City of Vincent's Ordinance Number 13/2021, attached here to and incorporated, sets forth the legal description of the annexed territory, which causes the following census blocks to be removed from Vincent's Township 2, 180839557005001B and 180839557005000B, and the City of Vincent's ordinance for annexation provides the legal description for the annexed territory, causes the following census blocks to be moved into Vincent City 8, and those are the same census blocks that were described. Attached as Exhibit B is a map of the new boundaries of Vincent City 8, and attached as Exhibit C is a map of the new boundaries of Vincent's Township 2. Now therefore be it ordered that Knox County, by and through its Board of County Commissioners, establishes and revises the boundaries of certain precincts within the county. A precinct description and map of the boundaries of each precinct submitted to the Indiana Election Division is attached hereto and incorporated herein by reference. Section 2 is Knox County, by and through the Board of County Commissioners, delegates to and grants the duly elected Knox County Clerk, David Shelton, authority to prepare the necessary forms consistent with this order and file the same with the Indiana Election Division. Those forms are attached to this as well. They've already been prepared. In Section 3, this order becomes effective after compliance with Indiana Code Section 311 1.518, which does require approval of the precinct boundaries by the Indiana Election Division, provided that no objection is filed by a voter of the county by noon 10 days after the publication of a notice of the proposed precinct establishment order. If a timely objection is filed by a voter, or notice of the proposed precinct establishment order has not been timely published, to provide a voter of the county with a period provided by law to file an objection, then this order becomes effective upon approval of the Indiana Election Commission after a hearing pursuant to Indiana Section 311 1.5. And then Section 4, a copy of this order shall be filed with the clerk of the Circuit Court of Knox County. In short, there was two parcels, two housing, two census blocks that were removed and added due to the annexation.
That was the long and short of it. Okay.
I make a motion to approve the order establishing the precinct boundary changes.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, same sign, none heard, 3-0.
Real quick.
Yeah.
These interlocals, I see the one for CLR. Was there another one that you made a motion for?
Yes, there was.
Okay, I just don't see it. What was it?
I only got CLR.
Sanborn.
Sanborn. Okay. Okay, just don't have it.
Yep. Dr. Stewart, Health Department, Dr. Stewart, ordinance 25-1, tattoo body artist fee schedule for permit fees, first
Thank you.
reading.
First, I'd like to get an advertisement in for our tire recycling day.
Please do.
And a couple of shout outs. We have a great community partner in Republic Services, and they have helped us with the trash collection day, which was free, and people showed up, and as you know, with the old furniture and things that they couldn't afford to get rid of out of their yards and everything, and that was great. One thing that Republic Services didn't take was old tires, at least the second time. So we worked with Michelle Smith at the area solid waste disposal. She helped us find someone who would take and recycle tires. And she has been just marvelous to work with. And then she also has the opportunity to apply for a grant, which we don't know if we get yet. But if we get the grant, this could be without cost to us. As it is, it's fairly inexpensive anyway. Then we went to the Knox County Highway Garage to work with Matt Holden, and he could be nothing but wonderful to work with. And he says, yeah, we'll collect them here. We will hire a few of his fellows as our paid volunteers, we call them, to help us in the morning. If there's too many tires, then we just put them in a pile and order another truck. He says, they say they can take up to 3,000 tires. And I think the tires are kind of a headache for the highway department and so forth. And when I looked at him at the end of our discussions, I said, does this inconvenience you in any way? And he says, not in the slightest. Isn't that a great way to work together with partnerships in the county? So shout out to them and thank them for that. What we are here today for is the body piercing, eyelash extension, tooth gem, and so forth. And we don't have to worry about the ordinance because that has been done by the state. What they are encouraging us to do is have permits and fee schedules for inspecting them so that we can keep track of them. And I think this is going to require 3 readings, and to tell you, we're doing a little bit backward because our Knox County Health Department did not have a board meeting last month, but we will have it next week, so we will be passing that then, but ask you to put it on your agenda today. I've asked Tara Hayden, our sanitarian, who will be doing the inspections, to come and speak to it.
So basically, like Dr. Stewart said, the state has required for eyelash extensions to be inspected by local health departments. They do have to be certified through the state. That is something I have to check. They have to have 45 hours before they are allowed to do eyelash extensions. We have so many, and I haven't got started yet until this is passed, obviously, but that probably aren't certified because they are not aware of the requirements you have to do that. There's a lot of safety issues there. You can get mites in your eyes. You can damage your eyes if someone's not doing it correctly. I've seen and done so much training on it that it just really is a serious thing. The tooth gems, I've had a couple when I come to Knox County. They do it in tattoo shops. They put an adhesive and a light on your tooth, and if you do have it removed properly, it is a dental procedure to have that removed. So that becomes the same risk of, you've got to make sure you're in a clean area and you're making sure that you're doing that safely because with all the transmitted diseases. So that kind of sums it up if you have any questions, but
I have no questions. Drew, do we want to go ahead and read the ordinance?
And we'll take, I would suggest doing first reading
Read.
tonight, and
Okay.
then the health department can pass it, and then we'll have second and third reading.
I make a motion to read on first reading, the ordinance 2025-1.
It's gonna be an ordinance establishing a fee schedule for body art establishments and tattoo body piercing artists and apprentices. Whereas the Knox County Health Department Board has recommended the Board of Commissioners of Knox County to adopt a fee schedule for permit fees for the issuance of a permit under this ordinance of body art establishments and tattoo body piercing artists and apprentices. Whereas Indiana Code 1621-27 requires the Board of Commissioners of Knox County to approve the charging of any fee. Now therefore be it ordained that the Knox County Health Department fees fees associated with body art establishments and tattoo body piercing artists and apprentices. The fee schedule's as follows. For a plan review, it's $100. For a body artist permit, it's $100. For a body artist permit, must be held a minimum of 6 months. That'll be $75. Body art establishment permit includes an artist permit, is $300. Eyelash extension, microblading permit is $100, and the tooth gems permit is $75. There shall be a late fee of $100 assessed for any permits renewed after January 10th of the year it's due. And then signature page.
Okay.
I will note that all of those are the same, fees besides the tooth gem and the eyelash. We didn't change any of the tattoo or establishment or artist permits.
Okay. Make a motion to approve on first reading 2025-1.
Second.
Okay. Have a first and a second. Is there any comment? None hearing. Make a motion to approve. Call question. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 3-0. Okay, so, Dr. Stewart, your board will meet this month to discuss.
Meet next Wednesday, I'm sure this will be approved.
Okay, and then we can bring it back at our next meeting if there are any changes or whatnot. We can do that on second and third reading. Sure. Okay, and then also the tire recycling event is Saturday, March 29th at the Highway Department, garage, the County Highway Department. 1472 Old Highway 67 from 8 to noon. Great. All right, thank you. I was just reading this and I noticed there was one omission on the minute, or on the agenda here. Central Dispatch received a grant, and so I'd like to add them after G, if we could, please. Move them to H, G.1, whatever. Van Gogh, public transportation changes. Morning, Dennis, how are you?
Fine and dandy, folks.
Good.
Really, it's just pretty simple. Todd Jennings from NDOT contacted us, and in order to streamline the process of getting the funding to us, just simply instead of NDOT sending you the money, they just send it directly to Van Gogh to cover expenses. We'll still have all the same reporting, nothing really changed. The second piece there was just notifying that there was a grant that was expiring. I would like to add a third thing I wanted to talk about in regards to the foot traffic out on Willow Street. There are a couple of Van Gogh, the Vincent's trolley stops out that way, so I didn't realize it was quite that much of a problem, so I'll make sure that Scott gets all those maps for those folks to know there's a couple close pickup points that they can use, so.
Is there any way that we would be able to move one of those trolley?
I think we should start that conversation with the city and the county and make it a safe environment out there. I don't wanna see somebody, for the sake of another half mile.
Yeah.
We're already thinking about changing some stops anyway to make them safer and more efficient. So, I mean, that's something I think we certainly ought to look at, so. And
Thank you.
probably decidingly less expensive than sidewalks, I would bet, and a lot easier to get done, so.
Oh, yeah,
Few minutes.
if you only
Yeah.
knew.
The on-demand of Van Gogh has not really dropped with the trolley numbers. We have upwards of 150 riders a day on the trolley, but the numbers for the on-demand have not really decreased at all. So that group that we're serving now with that trolley are really the people that couldn't even afford that minimal cost for Van Gogh. So it's been a pretty valuable service for the communities. Van Gogh is for the county. I mean, you see them all over the county, and quite frankly, sometimes out of the state, where we'll have special trips to get somebody to an appointment, in Evansville or Terre Haute to a specialist or Indy that they would not have been able to get to otherwise. So, yeah.
So essentially what we're doing here tonight is we are streamlining the services so that the money flows directly to you instead of through us to you.
Correct.
Okay. Drew, you have anything to add to this?
No.
Okay. Make a motion to approve the request by Van Gogh YMCA to de-obligate the county on the funds.
A second.
Okay?
No, I'm gonna amend that. We're not de-obligating funds. We're discontinuing the pass-through agreement. I just don't want the funds as money. No.
No,
No.
it'll go straight to the YMCA.
I would have to check with Todd Jennings for you, but,
Defunding is actually their language, but,
No, it says discontinue the pass-through agreement.
okay. Then I will amend my motion to say pass-through to the YMCA. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries
thank you.
3-0.
And-
Thank
And
you.
I will make sure I get on that stop issue. So
Great.
we'll see if we can
Right.
come to some kind of resolution with it.
That'd be great.
Thank you.
Thank you. Johnson Township Fire Department. How are you today?
All right, Jeff Holscher, fire chief, representing the district. I have some papers here. What we're trying for is to, increase our Q fund.
Great, thank you.
Thanks, Jeff.
If you need to take it. Okay.
Just trying to increase it a little. It's on this, like, third paragraph of that first page. Second paragraph, I'm sorry. From, increase it to .007. In addition to the others, which will be like $2.37 per $100,000.
And what's this needed for? Like just,
It's CUME fund. The CUME fund is it is a fund that you spend on products and materials that last longer than 5 to 10 years, like a vehicle or hose, bigger dollars that you need to keep adding to and keep in the CUME fund so you can purchase them. You can't just purchase them right offhand for like a thermal imaging camera. They're like $4,000 or something. We just keep adding to it, then we decide what to spend it on. And if I get your approval, then it goes to the commissioners for next year's budget. Then it goes for whether they approve or not.
so this wouldn't take effect till next year?
Correct. It just gets on next year's budget.
I have no issue with it, so I'll make a motion, we approve their request. I see all of your board members have met and made this request, Mr. Rupel, Sterling, and Keller. So I'm just putting it on the floor.
Did anyone show up to the meeting to object to?
No, I did not hear of anybody. Did they contact you? No, we were at the fire station. Nobody did come.
That'd be my only reservation with it, just if,
Pardon?
that'd be my only reservation with it, if someone came up and,
No, nobody
any
come to
conflict
the
with
fire
anyone.
station. We were there.
I second it, man.
First and a second for the Johnson Township Fire Department resolution. What is this gonna be, 2? 3.
And one of your packets have a paper that say yay or nay. I think Kelly does.
Yeah, I think we're all here. Okay,
In the
got it,
middle of everything here.
got
Okay.
it.
All right, so I have a first and a second for resolution 2025-3, the establishment of the CUME fund for the firefighter building and equipment. I will call for the question. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign, none heard, motion carries 3-0. Okay, great.
Right.
All right, thank you
Thank
very
you.
much. Yeah, go ahead, send them in. Okay, Central Dispatch. Great news from Central Dispatch. You guys got a grant. Whee!
Yes. So we did get the grant awarded.
We have special guests in the building today.
See that? That's awesome.
Come on in, ladies.
We have not got the contract yet.
Okay.
So once we get the contract, then I'll have to present it to you guys to sign it. And then it'll, after I send it back, it'll be 90 to 100 days for them to review. And then once they approve it, then WTH, so our mapping system, has 1 year to make the upgrades for this grant. So we were granted the 30,000. That's just to update the center lines and to get all the addresses and stuff updated for like next generation 911. That's all. So Rob did get that signed by you guys for us to
Yes.
apply for that back in November. So
So just whenever you get the actual grant
Contract.
itself, just bring it back to us so we can sign it
Yep.
and move forward with that. And that's excellent news. I was
Yes, yeah.
very happy whenever you sent that
Yeah.
email out that you got it. So I really wanted you to come back and explain what it was again
Yes.
and how it helps our county move forward.
yes, yeah. So yeah, it just updates all the addresses and stuff and makes them more reliable and get like the boundaries. We had to make boundaries with like Crawford County, Lawrence County, Davies. Just to make sure that all the addresses and boundaries were correct.
Great. Thank you so
all right,
much.
thank you.
Appreciate it, Carter. All right. Make a motion to pay claims. Do I have a second?
Second.
Make a second. First and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 3-0. Make a motion to pay payroll. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, have a first and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. None hearing. Motion carries 3-0. Justice Campus. Do we have any updates on the Justice Campus?
Can we hold this?
Yeah, we can
Okay.
go ahead and get them done. I
I
was just gonna finish our meeting at first, but doesn't matter to me. Okay. We have a special guest in the building today. Drew, we have, if you would read, oh, you don't have. Here, have one. We have
That
the,
one's different than that one. So, go ahead.
we have the 2025 2A Women's Basketball State Champions in the house, South Knox Lady Spartans. So, ladies, congratulations. This this is something South Knox, first time ever for South Knox in any sport to have a state championship, and that is absolutely fantastic. So we have actually I'll have our attorney read it for us.
State of Indiana, before the Knox County Board of Commissioners, this is a proclamation of the Knox County Board of Commissioners establishing Lady Spartans Day to honor the 2025 South Knox High School girls basketball team. Whereas the Knox County Board of Commissioners, the governmental entity who holds the executive, legislative, and home rule powers of Knox County, Indiana, seeks to honor and recognize the 2025 South Knox High School girls basketball team, hereafter Lady Spartans. Whereas the Lady Spartans were 27-2 over the course of their 25 regular season, with only 2 losses being against Class 4A number 1 Hamilton Southeastern and Class 4A number 3 Homestead, both by single digits. Whereas the Lady Spartans were ranked number 1 in Class 2A for almost the entire of the 2025 season. Whereas a 67-56 win over Lanesville marked the Lady Spartans' first ever regional title. Whereas on March 1st, 2025, the Lady Spartans defeated number 2 Rensselaer Central 55-33 to win its first state championship at Gamebridge Fieldhouse. Whereas the state title is the first in South Knox history in any varsity sport. Therefore, be it proclaimed that the Knox County Board of Commissioners expresses its deepest appreciation for the outstanding contributions made by the 2025 South Knox High School girls basketball, and hereby declare that Tuesday, March 5th, 2025 shall be recognized as Lady Spartans Day.
Ladies, on behalf of the entire county, just congratulations. This is such an honor for the coaching staff, the administration, all the way down from everybody. You rallied the entire county around you, and it's just such a huge honor for everybody. So again, congratulations. You are the 2A state basketball champions for the state of Indiana. So congrats. You are more than free to stick around if you want to watch the rest of our meeting. It's so enthusiastically exciting. Group photo, okay, yeah. We can do that. Yes, absolutely. Mi casa, su casa. That's much like the entire high school Spanish class.
Wherever you want to go.
You just want to be in front of the tables there, I guess? Yeah, someone's gonna have to do the whole thing down there. Coaches, where you at? Come on up here, coaches. Congrats. Everybody gotta do the little squat here. Everybody? Good, thank you. Suitable for framing. Thank you. Be sure to tell Mr. Cokerham, yeah, thank you very much. We will, thank you. Yep. Okay. Go ahead and turn the camera back our way, and we will get going again. Thank you, everybody, for sticking around for our Class 2A girls. Code compliance officer, we did receive information from our code compliance. Anybody have anything you want to say about that? Ready 2.0. Okay. Nothing on any other fronts? Everything good? Okay, great, thank you. Emergency Management Operations Center, the EOC Center.
Where are we at? What was,
So Drew has sent letter to them, and we are waiting to
is
hear
that
back.
is that letter in the packet here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, and we are waiting to hear back from them.
So
And
is this project, are they finishing the 100% of the bid set? They were at 95.
that would be my assumption they're gonna finish it,
Okay, I
yes.
didn't know if it had been stopped.
No, it's
Okay.
my assumption they're gonna finish the bid set as is,
Okay,
and then we
just
will
asking.
decide how we're gonna move forward from that point on. There was some, discrepancies, shall we say, in pricing, that we need to work through. And, I fully expect and have confident that, we will be able to work through with RQAW to set up something and, move this project forward. What that looks like at the end, I don't know, to be honest with you. But yes, they are going to finish that 100%, and then we'll move forward from that point and see where we're at. Judicial Center, nothing on that either. So under Resolution 2020-2, public comment, does anyone have anything they'd like to bring before the board today? Okay. Our next meeting will be March 18th, 2025 at 6 p.m. here at the City Hall. If no one has anything further, I will make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Second, our meeting is adjourned. Thank you. Killed it. Finish.
Yeah, so that is not what, that was here, but that is not what he read, so might as well, it's different.
How did it switch?
Oh, I don't know, it's not the same verbiage.
You
I
can get
don't
some more
know
salt.
what was
Hard
printed
word,
and
we're
that
gonna get
is
another
two
blizzard.
things.
Well, I printed what he
We
said,
always get one during boys sectionals,
so I don't know.
every year here.
Well, we don't have an official
There's
one to
snow
sign.
and boys sectionals.
That one's not right, so I'm,
It's a given.
yeah,
It
it's
is
not
a
right.
given.
That's what I was telling
I
you.
can't remember a boys sectionals without snow.
Do what?
Boys sectional basketball always has snow. I mean, not a
I can't
blizzard,
hardly
it just
remember.
snows.